Okay, there's my audience. Henry Ford once said, quote, "Whether you think you can or you can't, you're right," end quote. I love this quotation because it is something I can relate to. Because it's always easier to see failure in yourself, and there are many times I believe I can't do something or someone else does it better. People should be inspired by this quote not only because Henry Ford was a respected man in his day, but also the quote holds truth. People should look at this quote and be motivated to do their hardest and to stay positive. One thing of interest that I hold is photography. My grandma always would say, quote, "I haven't the artistic talent to draw a decent stick man." Well, that's me. I can't draw a decent stick man either, but when given a camera, my artistic talent shines through the lens. I take photos of many different things, but my favorite is nature and animals. Which leads me into my next point of interest, animals. I've lived on the same farm my whole life in rural Nebraska. I've always had that soft spot for animals, which is only natural growing up the way I did. My dad is a rancher, and my uncle is a vet, so I've always been surrounded with a variety of animals and gotten the chance to look at them a way people don't see. As much fun as farm life can be, I also enjoy getting away and traveling. For someone who enjoys traveling, I don't travel that often. My most memorable trip was to Glacier National Park, Montana. The wildlife was outside. Aside from all the normal fun activities, I also enjoy writing. Some people express themselves through music, and this is oftentimes considered the cool way, but I find expression through writing. That is one of my coping processes after a hard day at school or a tough situation. It always helps me to write it down in a diary form entry. Not only do I enjoy writing, but also reading. I like to read what I want, but I even find enjoyment in required reading. I love reading for pleasure, but recently I've been involved in reading for discussion to see a bigger picture. These interests are just a few things that make me me. Each activity needs to be done with a positive attitude, and you need to say, "Yes, I can." Because as Henry Ford once said, quote, "Whether you think you can or you can't, you're right," end quote.